What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay here with another one. Today we're gonna be reacting 14 scary videos. What? 14 scary videos that will make you cry out in fear. Probably won't cry out with fear, but it'll probably creep me the heck out because it's by Chill. So if you guys don't know, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below. This came out, I believe, came out yesterday, you know? So we're right on time. If you guys haven't seen it. And there's gonna be some noise in the background. Don't mind that. It's just my girl, she's cooking. And plus, another thing, you guys see what's going on here? I don't have, lineup, but that's because I go to like one of the best barbers in Rhode Island to me, because he's like one of the best dudes that touch my hair. And he's busy. He's like, you have to schedule 2 weeks before, and I didn't schedule the day that I got my haircut. I scheduled the week after, so now I have to wait a couple days. But you know what? It's gonna get done. So anyways, man, we're not here to talk about my hair. We're here to talk about this video. Let's see if this will make me cry in fear. Let's get started. Alright, let's do it.
Do yourself a favor and try not to cry out with fear from these videos. Number 14. A man from an unknown country is checking an old apartment when he is confronted by the spirit of its former inhabitants. First, something whispers behind him in another language, possibly Arabic, followed by movement.
What?
Then they slam the door he just walked through and raise the lock in midair, something that a person would not be able to do just from banging really hard on the other side.
Yo, what the?
Orbs are going crazy, although it is pretty dusty in here. Anyway, pay attention to this side of the room. No one is here, yet in moments a paw flies from this direction, and when he turns around you can see the room is completely empty. Phantom figures crouch low behind doorways and promptly disappear, and when he hears these running footsteps overhead, he knows it's time to leave fast. They sound heavy and are heading straight his way.
Oh, run!
Number 13. A family dining out at this restaurant in Asbury Park, New Jersey has their appetite ruined when part of their meal comes rising up to greet the fork. This child has some good advice, but unfortunately it comes too late.
Hope you didn't eat any of those.
I ate all this. That just rolled out.
Yes, they did just say they've already eaten half of the meal before this was discovered. And if you aren't crying out with fear already, here's another fun fact. A lot of fish in restaurants have worms just like this one. You've almost definitely eaten them before, but if your meal was cooked at the right temperature, they were no longer alive. Number 12. This CCTV video was
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Oh, I want 150,000.
recorded by the management.
If I ever find a worm or a maggot or something in my head, well, even that he says you would find it, but not alive. That's a lawsuit right there. What? Halfway through your meal, you find? Oh man. Let's get back to this.
Of Ye Old Man in Sight, one of the oldest bars in Britain. The light flicker overhead and a hooded spectral figure goes through the counter and then makes its way down the side.
Yo!
A moment passes and then the lights return to normal, but then a giant shadow grows across the wall and the cameras stop recording at 6:18 in the morning, which is what made management curious enough to see what happened. This is either a carefully orchestrated CGI publicity stunt or proof of the pub's long-haunted history is actually true. Number 11. Isaac Brumeghem feels a bite on his line and pulls up something larger than he ever imagined.
A shark. Bruh, you're in a dang canoe. What
It
the hell
looks
you
like
doing?
he hooked the shark, but when
dude's
you
up
watch
there
it
fishing in a
again,
canoe.
you'll see the shark was actually going after a much
And there's
smaller
fucking
fish.
sharks in the water. What
Isaac
is wrong
quickly
with this dude?
unhooks
He's
and
nuts.
releases the fish before the shark has the chance for a second go. Isaac is so incredibly lucky that the line was behind him and not close to the kayak. Otherwise, this shark could have practically landed in his lap.
was right.
Number 10. A paranormal team led by Derek Reese sits around the old family room of a haunted house in an undisclosed location. One of them must be sensitive to spirits because he asks them if they feel anything, and maybe he accidentally channels something into the room.
Oh my God, don't mess with me, please. No, I'm not.
You can see everyone except for one person when the knock happens, but her hands are in her lap under a pillow, so no, it's not her. Later on, they are looking at old videos when two visual artifacts appear. One is pink and one is green, and neither of them will go away no matter what they try. And that's when they hear creepy singing and a deep voice say something like, "Get away from the door." The audio is pretty low quality, but what do you hear? Number 9. A while back I analyzed a video of a weird
Heck
spider
no,
with a
bruh.
strange growth under its abdomen.
That's some scary
Well, I did some
stuff.
more research and found this video, which finally explains what it was: an egg sac. First, they come out one by one, and within less than 2 minutes, hundreds have burst out. Their mother patiently stands guard until they are all
what?
free and then leaps away, leaving behind her brood in the hopes that they will scatter to every room in the household and successfully grow to full size. Number 8. Barack Ali offers this video.
Fun fact, I don't know if this is true or not, but they say that you swallow 8 spiders a year. Yeah, God, that's disgusting, bro. But can you imagine that, man? Like an infestation of spiders? Oof. Had to move my
video as proof that his house is haunted, but maybe there is more to it than that. Listen to this part and tell me if you can hear a fan or some kind of air current or really anything that could be causing the door to slam like this. I've seen a draft cause a door to slam shut one time, but never over and over. Have you? Barack records the top and bottom of the door to show that no one is near it, so this absolutely has to be a 1 in a million problem with the ventilation system, or else it's supernatural at
Probably.
work. Number 7. As the Electric City paranormal ghost investigators walk down a dimly lit hall, the camera person makes a joke to help ease the tension. Take a look where the red arrow is. The empty spot is about to become important in a second. As soon as he turns
I seen
around,
it.
he gets his question answered in the form of a tall silhouette. No one was there just a second ago, but someone is there now. A living shadow that somehow stands out in near total darkness. Number 6. One day a man disappeared on live television at the Southwell Racecourse in England.
What?
Listen to the commentator and tell me if he is being serious or delivering some dry British sarcasm.
Luke can only do that. I'll fill you in on the SP, sir. Somebody disappeared. Did you see that before our very eyes?
Yeah, I
My
would have
guess
done the
is
same
that
thing.
these
I
are
would have been
two different
shocked.
shots of the same location taken at different times and then spliced together. What do you think? Number 5.
I don't know, bro.
A YouTuber named X Hauntings is recording a video of some home improvements in the basement when he records a bizarre white object traveling his way at a high velocity. Normally, I would say that this could be a bug or a speck of dust, but X Hauntings also recorded this crazy voice as the object passes by. Tell me if you hear a woman's voice yell, "Get out," as loud as she can. In this next part, I have no idea. I would say dust, but dust particles do not act like this. Number 4. A YouTuber named RFam is doing a gym vlog when their punching bag begins moving on its own. slowly at first but gaining momentum over time, so even if she pushed it herself, it should slow down over time and eventually settle down, but that's not what happens at all. She dances for almost 10 minutes and the punching bag sways back and forth the entire time.
Ghost is just so good, man. Ghost just getting his workout in, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the spirit up, you know what I mean? So good, man. Just let him work out. He's doing his thing. He's not pushing her or anything, you know? As long as he ain't doing nothing to her, she should let him work out, man.
Hell no!
Sorry about that.
What I can't understand is how she dances so close and doesn't notice the whole time. I guess she must have really been into her routine. There's no strings attached to the piece of equipment, and aside from this explanation, I can't think of any other way she could have faked it. This medicine ball also starts moving in the exact same way with no one touching it, at least no one that I can see,
Look at this.
and no shadows on the wall to indicate someone off camera. Again, I can't believe she walks right by, but I suppose she simply feels comfortable at home and isn't exactly looking for anything out of the ordinary. Number 3.
She probably knows that there's a ghost in her house and she's living with him. Like, yeah, whatever, as long as he's not bothering me. Anyways, man, if you guys want to take a look at the rest of the video, you know what I do. I'm going to leave a link down of the video. If you guys like this video, please hit it with a like. Apologize, I didn't upload back, what, 2 days? I didn't really cry. It did creep me out a little bit. I didn't cry out in fear, but it did have some crazy stuff in it, like the guy disappearing. That one was nuts. It could have been, you know, maybe photoshopped or whatever, but that one was kind of crazy. There was a few of those in there. Let me know what you guys think. Which one was the scarier one for you in the comments. If you guys made it this far, please hit a like, share, subscribe, and when you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you could get when I post up. Anyways, man, like I always say, stay cool, stay positive. Until next time.